Hey everybody, so since my last video, I left Maine for work. I was at work for about 7 weeks and I spent a couple weeks in Florida, which is where I'm from. But now I'm back in Maine and I'm only here for 2 weeks, but we just had the most beautiful window open up for a sea kayaking adventure. Right now I'm out here at Stonington on Deer Isle. So today, day one, I'm going to be paddling out and around Au Haut. And then I'm going to be staying on the far side, which is the east side, on Doliver Island. Second night, I'm probably going to keep going eastward, head to Swans Island. And then the third day, depending on how that all goes and how the weather is, head over to Acadia, paddle along Acadia to the Cranberry Islands. Maybe stay one more night and then take out on Thursday. We'll see. Look at all these seals. I forgot to bring a bag of spinach. I'm eating mandarin oranges. I don't know if this is as funny or original. I made it to the southern end of the island in like 2.5 hours, 10 miles. Can't believe I paid like 70 bucks round trip to take a ferry out here before and then hike. Probably took the same amount of time taking the ferry, waiting for the ferry, hiking here. I'm gonna have some lunch here and I might go for like a run hike and go up to the top of Duck Harbor Mountain. Next, we get to go out there. Here we are at the summit. Now I don't know if this is the mountain or if that's the summit, but I'm gonna stop here because I've already come a long way. See that? Way out there, that's Western Ear, that's where I started. And I still have a long paddle to go to get to where I'm going, so I'm gonna try to conserve my energy, but wow. Back to the kayak, we're gonna continue on our way. But first I'll show you where we've gone on the map and where I'm headed to next. So this is a book from the Maine Island Trail Association. It's their guidebook. It's super helpful if you plan on doing this. We're kind of on, not a trail, but it's a collection of islands, some public and some private, that are considered the Maine Island Trail, and choose any route you want along the way. I mean, you can go out anywhere there, and there's so many islands you can camp on, and each page shows you a different part of the coastline with all the islands that you can camp on and then information on each one. It's a very helpful guide, very helpful resource. So this is where we are on Au Haut. Today we paddled from Stonington. We didn't go that way, we went around Kimball, and then we went past Duck Harbor and we went all the way to the Western Ear, which is where we are now. After this I'm going to paddle eastward along the cliffs and then past Au Haut. I could at this point go to Dolliver for the night, so that's where we're at. Let's get going. Those are the cliffs that I just ran on. This is something you should always be paying attention to. See all those breakers out there? There's probably a huge rock under there that the swell from the ocean's coming and rolling over. Well, I survived, and the sun's come out now. Dolliver is a tiny island next to this big one. We're right about there right now. I think that is Dolliver Island. And if so, we're in for a real experience because it's got all of 1.5 trees. The book, it says that there's a possible camping spot. We'll figure it out because we got to. Check out this cool little house. This island's all private, by the way. I can't stay on this one. Just landed on Dolliver Island. It's beautiful. And we're gonna go and try to find a place to set up camp. Feels like I'm like a Viking discovering a new land. Or this is the spot. Dolliver Island. Mac and cheese with pulled pork, barbecue pulled. Pro tip, you can use like the salt water from the ocean for your cooking water, like half and half it with fresh water. Because you already want salt, maybe not so much in your rice, but you already want salt in your pasta. So it saves drinking water, and as long as you boil it and kill the bacteria, makes it taste better too. Tomorrow, I'll be heading over to that island. That's part of Acadia. It's got an old airstrip on it. I'll head to the island that's behind it, which is Swans Island, and then check out the island of Frenchboro. There's a super tiny fishing town there. I'm there, and we'll see how far I make it. Might make it to Black Island near Acadia and sleep there tomorrow night.
Southwest 3 feet at 5 seconds and southeast 1 foot at 10 seconds. Patchy fog.
I had a great night last night on the island. I went to sleep right when the sun went down, and I woke up right when the sun came up at like 4:45 in the morning. And it didn't feel early, it just felt like morning, you know, time when you're supposed to wake up. Like, I want to do that every day. Just wake up when the sun comes up and go to bed when the sun goes down. You just get the full day every day. Heading east for Swans Island. Well, first I'm heading for Marshall Island, which is on the way. I'm going to try to make a, kind of bridge the gap with islands. I want to do a big shot like this all the way across without seeing land somewhere. Fog is kind of fog. I go in and out. Right now it looks kind of thick ahead. Now that we're in safe harbor, time for some breakfast. It's 8:50. I landed here on Marshall Island. I got the cell phone charging on the solar panels right now. So I'm gonna take the GoPro up into the woods here. I looked at a trail map, and it seems like a short trail to go to the runway. I kind of want to just run on the runway. I don't know if I'm going to explore much else. But we've already done 5 miles. Probably got about 15 to go. This is the airstrip. It's just gravel. I think that at some point they're planning to build a community on this island, so they put this airstrip in. But then they gave up on the project, or I don't know what happened. And now it's all public land, conservation land, and there's a couple camping sites that I didn't actually even know were on the island, so that's pretty cool. But it's a neat little place, and it's cool to come and see this airstrip. If you go up farther, there's another cross section that goes that way across, and it's all overgrown now, not in use. They got these white X's down to warn people not to land here. Departing Marshall Island, and I'm heading kind of east-southeast for the Swans Island Lighthouse. That's the Swans Island Lighthouse Park. I don't know if the lighthouse is still in use, but it might be. So over there, all those houses and boats, that's part of the town of Swan Island. And then over there too, it's a big island. It kind of spreads way far that way to the west and to the east. But while I would love to check it out, I think I'm gonna make my way to Frenchboro now, because Frenchboro is a smaller community. It's farther out there too, and it's like, it seems more compact on a tinier island. So guys, I docked my kayak at a real dock. Isn't that cool? Unfortunately, this place looks like it's closed for the season still. I guess I'm early. Kind of sucks. I was hoping to get some like crab or something. Now I got boat fruit cup. Session. This one's for sale. It's currently 1400. It'll probably be 1430 before I get underway again. We are right here in Frenchboro, right there. And after we leave here, we're going to be heading farther east. I can either go to Little Black Island for the night, which is it's just under 4 miles away, or I can go Crow Island, which is going to be about 10 miles from here. And I'll go right by Black Island on the way, or Little Black Island. So if I need to stop there, I will. If I get there and I still have plenty of time and plenty of energy, I'll probably continue on to Crow Island for the night. Leaving Frenchboro, we can just start to see the mountains of Acadia in the distance. This protected little harbor way out. I forgot to A, put on sunblock, and B, bring sunblock. So I don't know, I thought like I didn't think about it. I just didn't think about it at all. But I'm gonna stay here tonight because this island's beautiful and the next one's real far away, and I just don't want to go back out there right now. I'm tired. I got the camp all set up for the night. I got dinner made. So this is the main campsite. There's a sign that says campsite. There's 2 wooden tent platforms for small tents. And this is the largest part of the island up here.
I wait for you on the widow's peak. I peek over the tops of the trees out to the sea. Watch the waves capped with white. And I know you're not coming home tonight. It's getting weird.
Day 3, let's go. So, here's where I am right now. This is Little Black Island. Or preferably, to leave Black Island, you can't see it. Get my toe out of the way. And go around Southwest Harbor, in between the cranberries, probably through here by Seal Harbor. This is an emergency takeout point if I needed it. Kind of hug the coastline here, and then cut inwards all the way to Bar Harbor and take out at Bar Harbor. Today's fruit, peaches. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad out. See, way ahead of me, big breakers. But I'm gonna skirt the outer edge of the island instead of going on the inside. The swell isn't that bad and the wind isn't that bad, and should make Bar Harbor by 1600, latest 1800. That's if I take breaks. Arrival at Great Cranberry Island. I came from Stonington. Yeah.
Quite a ways.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm going to Bar Harbor, I think, today. Quiet little place, just like the last one. That's the ferry coming in. Walk on only. For vehicles, you need to hire the barge. These chopped salad kits are pretty good. The forecast was wrong in the good direction. A lot hotter than 50, 60 degrees. It feels more like 75. When you're between open ocean and the cliffs of Acadia, you get to be a little creative with bathroom breaks. gotta be real careful. Here goes. Yeah!
Where'd you come from?
Stonington.
Stonington, how far away is that?
50 miles? Yeah.
Like that way?
Yeah. I mean, this is really, really cool. I never thought I'd see it from this angle. It's a castle. Look, they got a drawbridge style dock. Sometimes you gotta just kind of slow down and float with the waves. You know, you're paddling backwards, you know, kind of staying in one spot while the wind pushes you along. And that way you don't start racing down these waves. You ever watched the show Avatar: The Last Airbender as a kid? These islands kind of remind me of the giant lion turtle islands. Well, that's the end of our journey. Au Haut, Maine. All in all, is about just under 60 miles. 3 days. I think that's pretty good, considering every day was the longest I've ever paddled before. Hope you enjoyed it. It was a great trip. Loved every minute of it. And maybe don't do exactly what I do, but I hope you can find your own adventure. Mad Yacker out.
Frozen river skeletons, tear straight to Orca's shores, blinded by the midnight sun. I run